Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back. So we have a low mileage Honda Accord here. This has been dealer serviced and maintained, and the customer keeps the car legit super clean. I think it has 44,000 miles. All right, and he's been back to the dealer a few times complaining about the smell of antifreeze. And this is an 18, so an 18 Honda Accord. And he's been complaining about the smell of antifreeze the last 3 visits to the dealership, and the dealership said that there's nothing wrong. Just because you go to the dealership doesn't mean that you're getting an A-Tech or a Master Tech to check your car. They do have a bunch of guys who are still learning and lube techs on the front lines who necessarily don't know what they're doing, and nor do they probably even care. They're getting their $20 or $30 an hour, and they don't care. And hence this, ready? So, blue antifreeze, okay? And it was a simple inspection for me. It was look down at the bottom corners of the radiator on both sides, and sometimes it shows up on the top seam, but you can see blue stains. So it was obvious that the customer had a concern. If you smell antifreeze, and you didn't just have a cooling system repair done, sometimes it's normal for you to smell the aroma of antifreeze after a cooling system repair or a cooling system rebuild. And they said there was nothing wrong, but here you go. It's sitting overnight in my shop, and once it showed up here, I could smell it when I brought it in, and then I could see it leaking on both sides. So, yeah, 3 times to the Honda dealership, they told him there's nothing wrong. He said, all right, let me try somebody else. And he wound up here. I'm not sure how that happened, but he's a new customer. We're going to replace the radiator. And being that this vehicle is so young in its age, right? It doesn't have a lot of years on it. And it's very common for plastic pieces to fail today. That we're just going to service the radiator and put new coolant in it. But I was thinking about this the other night, that so many of these systems are plastic and worn out at 10 years or 20 years old. Would you rather hear that, and this is just me talking, Mr. Customer, we should replace every hose and every plastic fitting and part of your cooling system because it is going to fail. I'm not sure when it's going to fail, but then you're taking almost every cooling system repair job of today's vehicles and turning that into thousands of dollar jobs. So would you rather just hear what the minimum repair is? Yes, the minimum repair is what the part that failed. Or would you rather just hear, hey, I want to replace the water pump and thermostat housing and all the plastic lines and all the rubber lines and hoses, and it's going to cost you $2,000 to fix your cooling system? Or would you rather me just fix the immediate problem and then we will wait for anything else to fail? That's typically how I approach it, is things that I know that are going to break during that job I want to address, and then things that I can't tell the future because I'm not a psychic. We just have to roll the dice and see what happens. In most cases, you're not scaring off the customer with saying, hey, let's just rebuild the whole cooling system. At that point, most people would just say, I don't even want to put any money into this car. You're talking $2,000 to rebuild the cooling system. But that's where cars are getting today, is it's not just fixing one problem. There's multiple things that are falling apart in the cooling system because they are plastic. Thanks for watching.